I'm always excited the day after New Year because you know what? I mean, really and truly, when you look at every day is a whole new start. And, it's really a great attitude to have because you can let go of all the baggage you have and just start new every day. But I really am excited for new goals. We all start the year with zero. Now, somebody's pushing paper and making noise. You might want to mute yourself out. And but we all start from scratch, and we all have the same capability to do what we want to do with our business. So
I don't know how to do.
Again, whatever is going on in your room, we hear it here, and it's on our recording, and we want to keep our recording as clear as we can, so I appreciate your help with that. So, Happy New Year, everyone, and let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully I've organized this all to where I want to present everything to you. We are going to start with the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Do any of you feel like that's true for you? Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought it might. That's why I kind of picked it. So, we just got to get out and start doing things. And, we're going to talk about some ideas tonight, and we're going to talk about some ideas as we go through till Sunday. But, you're going to have to try new things, and you're going to have to go out of your comfort zone, and you're going to have to maybe do some things that, you've never done before, because you know what happens? If you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to keep getting what you've always gotten. Do we want that?
No.
No? Why not?
That's right.
Not the results that I want.
Okay, you didn't get the results you want, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, and I think a lot of us can say that. So I'm going to stop the share. I'm going to stop sharing this, and let's go to the next thing that we want to talk about, and that is, do you see?
Your goal?
There you go. And I don't see it on my screen.
How to achieve your goal?
And so somebody please read that while I figure this out. What's the first thing to do to achieve your goal?
Define it.
Define it. Have any of you taken, and we don't have time to get really specific here, but have you defined your goal?
Yes.
Did you take some time over the holiday to really think about what you want from your business?
Yes.
Who wants to shout out? A couple people shout out. What do you want from your business this year?
I want to become a director.
You do, okay. And we're gonna put together some programs to help you with that, and make that happen for you. Excellent. Who has another goal they want to share?
This is Kathy. I want to become a director too. I'm on the phone because my internet is out.
Okay. All right. Well, great. We're just so happy that you're here, Kathy, and we're happy that you want to be a director. And again, we are going to help you achieve that. Excellent. All right. So great. If you define your goal, that's really important. You got to really think about how much do you want it. Often you might hear me ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you want that goal? If it's not a 9 or a 10, you might be wondering, why bother, right? Anybody else have a thought about that? What do you think? How determined do you think you want to be to get there?
Very.
Yeah, you have to be. It's like what it doesn't. Things don't just happen. And again, I think that kind of goes back to we got to stop talking and start doing because it hasn't happened yet. So, how about believing that goal and believe in yourself, and of course believe in your product, believe in your company. But the biggest thing I think is believing in yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Have any of you written down what your goal is for this year?
Yes.
I have. It's on my calendar.
Excellent. Have you considered that reaching your goal might help you reach some other goals too?
Yes.
When I first I remember when I decided I wanted to earn a trip. For those of you that don't know, I started doing paper stuff for fun. I had a great job. I didn't, I just didn't, I was just going to, do paper stuff for fun. And I did go to conference and I learned about the first Hawaii trip. Well, I think it was the first Hawaii trip. But anyway, for me, it was the first trip. And I thought, well, this is how they get you. They reel you in. They want me to quit my full-time job. They're trying to manipulate me by offering this great trip, And I thought about it, and I said to my husband at the time, I said, if I just do one more show a month, we could earn a Hawaii trip for free. And quite frankly, I would have done Pampered Chef just to earn that trip. The paycheck wasn't that important to me. And, but of course I earned a paycheck. And when I earned the trip, I became a director. I earned top performance, which is excellence award. So again, when you think about your goal, I really want you to think about, what is going to get the most bang for your buck. So if directorship is something that's important to you, that's terrific. Well, think about what it might get for you. You probably earn the trip along the way. You might as well, just think about that. So anyway, writing it down and then looking at, what it entails is going to make a big difference. Split it up. What do they mean by splitting it up?
Make smaller goals.
Smaller goals.
Okay. And how do we do that? So let's just say we want to earn Disney. We have until December, to earn Disney. How do we split it up?
Month by month.
Month by month. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. Now, how many of you have earned a trip from Pampered Chef before?
We're echoing.
Huh? Yeah, I think somebody's got us on speakerphone. You might want to take us off of speakerphone, please. So who has earned a Pampered Chef trip before? I know that there's some people on this call who have earned a trip.
Me.
Who's me? Okay, Colleen. When you earned the trip, did you just earn it, or did you think about it every month, or did you review how you were, earning, where your points were and everything?
I've always had a vision board, and I would fill in, like when I earned Disney last time, I had Mickey ears, and I colored them in as I did shows, and as I had new team members join, and I watched it progress until the whole board was filled in.
Okay, excellent. So you did review it monthly to make sure you knew where you were at, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. How did it feel to earn that trip, Colleen?
It was one of the best trips I've ever taken. Well, it is the best trip I've ever taken my family on.
And why is that?
Other than paying for the third child, everything was included. It was just an amazing trip to be able to give to my kids. And they're already talking about what's going to happen in June of 2020.
And I think it's excellent. It says a lot. This speaks volumes, Colleen, that you earned the trip before, and now you're planning on earning it again. So it was so worth it. It was kind of like I said, I almost would do Pampered Chef just for the trip, So reviewing it is important. So scheduling it is important. And what do we mean by scheduling it? Kind of what we're going to do tonight, right?
Take time every day for your business.
Take time every day for your business. The power hour is really, really important. And of course, then making it happen. And hopefully tonight will help get you, kind of launch you, getting us back to business and making it happen. So I am going to stop this share right now. And what I want you to know is that we are offering some support for you again tonight, doing a booking blitz. And again, anybody that participates in this booking blitz, we have 3 teams. Well, we actually have 4 teams. I'll talk about that in a second. If you didn't get on a team, you still can, you still can go through the motions, because everybody's going to be a winner. When you build your business, when you add bookings to your calendar, you are the winner. And we're adding a little bit of interest to it and having some little prizes, but everybody is a winner that participates and takes one step forward and takes another step forward tomorrow and does a little bit more tomorrow than you did today. So that is really important. So now what I really want to talk about, let me see what is next here. We are going to talk about Disney. And you should see a little planning chart on your screen. You see that?
Not all of it.
Part of it. There it is.
Oh, there it goes.
You got the whole thing now? Okay. Okay. Now
There
this,
it is.
no, this is kind of, what's really terrific is that it's a little bit hard. It's for me too. I always explain the host program this way. And sometimes it's a little hard to explain because you get to pick what you want. You get to pick the level you want to work at. And you're going to notice that if you recruit 12 people, one a month, this is an annual 12 people, you're going to get 36,000 points for that, which means you only need to do 16,000 in sales points, which means you only need to do 3 shows a month. So again, 3 shows a month and 1 recruit a month is going to earn you a trip to Disney World. That sound achievable to you? I'm not hearing it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. It is very achievable. Now, don't want to recruit? Again, there's a lot of reasons to recruit. That's one of those goals I talked about that, when you're building a team, you're reaching many goals with that because you're building a team, you're becoming a director, you're going to need less points for the trip, you're going to be building more residual income for you and for them. But anyway, let's just say you just recruit 1 person, then you're only going to need 49,000 points. And if you want to do 8 shows a month, then you can do that. Now, notice I'm using the $500 party average. This is for live cooking shows, which really can be higher. Once you're a seasoned consultant, you're going to find that your show average will go up. They say that if you are a virtual consultant, and I would love to hear any dialogue on this from any of you, that for every live show you do, if you don't want to do live shows, you want to do 2 virtual parties. So again, this would be 16 virtual parties in a month and 1 recruit. Now, doing 16 virtual parties is pretty achievable too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It really is.
Yeah.
So do any of you have questions about this? I mean, you can contact me or your director anytime you have questions, but is this chart that I'm showing you making sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So it's really important to me that you guys really feel that this is something that is there for you. This is absolutely, Shannon, you're new. This is your first time being a part of Anything Pampered Chef. Honey, you can earn this trip. You really can. And first of all, you have to believe that you can. And we're going to show you how every step of the way. Would anybody?
See, that's my
Go ahead.
That's my confusion. It's like, where do I start?
Booking parties.
Okay.
Right? Booking parties. And then talking with other people about, when you're thinking about people who need extra income, who need something in their life, who love Pampered Chef, there's a lot of different reasons that people might want to join your team. And we're going to help you discover those things so that, you can build your team too. And you're going to get, when they've done $1,250 in sales, and, you're going to get 3,000 points for your trip for that. So while we're helping people with a great Pampered Chef business, I mean, we all joined Pampered Chef because for one reason or another, and there's a lot of people out, actually we all have a different reason probably. So you could probably find people, with those reasons, just by, having your antenna up and asking questions. Does anyone want to add anything to that? Am I exaggerating? We call it hyperbole around here. Am I being hyperbolist?
No, it's all about really focusing on the goal and making that be your drive. Disney 5 years ago was my first trip, and I've earned everyone since. And it started with Disney. So I really wanted to take my kids to Disneyland. I mean, I'm from out there, and we were able to hang out with my parents while I was out there. So that was awesome. And really just focusing on that. Okay, what are my numbers? Who do I need to call now to reach my numbers? Just really making it a priority and making those sacrifices. I don't watch this show this time or whatever it might be. So it's totally doable.
Okay, thank you. Again, I think somebody who might be on the phone might have a speakerphone on. Please take it off of speakerphone. Dawn, you're on the call. Would you mind unmuting yourself for a second?
Yes, ma'am.
Dawn, by the way, is she has earned they call it the premier trip for Hawaii this year. She did 150,000 points plus. And she is going to earn an extra day to go to Hawaii. And Dawn, how many trips have you earned with Pampered Chef?
21.
Nice.
And do you remember the first trip you went on?
Oh, yes.
Where was it?
It was Disney World. It was, and actually that year you could choose Disney or Germany. But I knew that I would never be able to take my kids to Disney the way that Pampered Chef took us to Disney. So we chose Disney, and it was absolutely amazing. Just to see their eyes at all that Pampered Chef was providing. And I think it really helped my husband to open his eyes to what a wonderful opportunity this was, because he was not quite sure. He always was looking for the loophole. But I think when we went on that first trip, he said, there's no loophole. This is pretty amazing. And to think, that's all on top of you making a fantastic income by working a consistent business.
Excellent. Well done, Dawn, and we're always so proud of you and the work and the work you do and how you share. So thank you so much. You're certainly an inspiration to all of us.
Thank you.
She is.
So one of the things I want to mention to you is that I'm going to be starting a Disney Bound workshop, and it's going to be the next 6 Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. It'll be a Zoom call just like this. And every week we will talk about a different topic. You will have some assignments, but again, we're going to talk about homework, but it's not anything that you wouldn't normally be doing for your Pampered Chef business anyway. So we're going to teach you how to do a power hour, what that means. But the first week we're going to start with communication, because I don't know if you have discovered, but everybody likes to communicate differently these days. Some people like text, some people like Facebook message, some people like the phone. Some people don't like the phone. We're going to talk about that a lot. So that I'm going to encourage you. What I'd like you to do is I will post something on the Joe Pack executive page, and you can let me know that you'd like to be a part of that workshop. But I really encourage you. Again, all it's going to do is help you build good business habits.
What time is that going to be, Karen?
It's going to start on next Tuesday at 8 o'clock. It'll be a Zoom call like this.
Will it be recorded, Karen?
I will be recording it, yeah. I want to do everything we can to help you reach whatever goal you want with Pampered Chef. But if you've told us you want to reach a goal, we're going to make you accountable. It's like learning French and not practicing it. I mean, you've got to apply what you're learning, or you're not going to get to the goals that you want. And I want this to be a success story for every single one of you, whatever your definition of success is. So,
and that's at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock Eastern time. And I'll put the information on Joe Pack, and we'll get that out for you. But it'll be a 40-minute call just like tonight. So with that, let's talk a little bit about why people want to have a Pampered Chef party. And I know that some of you already know all this, but we're going to go over it really quickly. What is the special in January?
Double free.
Double free.
And cookware.
And cookware.
Free snack bar maker.
Yes. And what else? Free half price and discounted items. I mean, we just have the most generous host program. What I'd like you to do is to think about one of the items. What gets you most excited? Because when you're talking with people, you've got to be excited yourself. When I move things around, do you see when I move things around?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I might be making you seasick. I don't know. But anyway, there are just, I mean, I'm excited about the quick cooker. I'm also excited about the next month's special,
Stoneware.
which is stoneware. And so I really encourage you to maybe pick a, you know, if you're doing live demos or not, whether you're doing live or virtual, pick recipes, pick demonstrations that, you know, will, you know, boost your double and your cookware, but then also your stoneware. So for me, I'm doing soup in the quick cooker and I'm doing bread in the deep covered baker. So, but you can find whatever works for you. And we'll, you know, of course we can talk more about that on JoePack if you need ideas. So we've got, so our booking blitz that we're going to do is going to cover January and February. Now we have 4 groups, 4 teams of, well, the 3 teams have 10 and the director team has 7. So we have 37 people on a team. And the first team is the Go-Getters with Alexis Blake as the team leader. Alexis, you're on, aren't you?
Yes, I'm here.
Thanks a lot for taking the mantle there, girl. I really appreciate it.
Sure, thank you.
You're welcome. The next group is All Ears, which is the team leader is Colleen Pakala. Again, thank you, Colleen, for stepping up there.
You're welcome.
Now, Leslie Young, are you on? She's not on, but she is going to be the team leader for the I almost said bone crushers. Goal crushers. Goal crushers is actually my word of the year, but goal crushers. So thank you, Leslie. You'll probably watch this this recording, and we really appreciate you stepping up there. And then we have the Synergy 7, which is the director team. So you guys are all taking on the directors, and we are going to be led by Carla Owens, who doesn't know it yet. So that's a whole other because she's at a meeting and everybody.
That's wrong.
Right, Sue Reynolds, are you on? She might not be on.
She give you a thumbs up.
Okay, she gives a thumbs up. All right. All right. So, okay, so now what's going to happen is we're going to be, okay, so as your team, you can start as soon as you get off tonight. Now, when you have shows on your calendar, I've got shows here. I'm going to show you my calendar. Can you see my calendar here? Right now, I have 3 shows booked already for January. Now, I would like to do, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. So I want 10 shows on my calendar for January, and I didn't think about how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for February. So, you know, I'm going to be trying to book all those too. So, but the ones that are already on your calendar don't count. All right. We're trying to build your business, and you want your additional, you know, pat on the back for having shows on your calendar already. Dawn, you might already be booked solid. I don't know, but it's really important that, you know, you're honest about what your intentions are with your business. So that's the goal. So the goal is you're going to get a point for every contact you make. Now that's going to be a 2-way contact. Whether you call them on the telephone and you talk with them, not just leave a message. You've got to have a 2-way conversation. It could be, again, it could be a text. It could be a green dot. And if you don't know what some of these things are, we will be helping you with that on JoePack. We're going to be posting ideas and tips and tricks. And I thought I might share a tip and trick with you. And again, I will post this on JoePack for you. I was watching Marna Ross's page, and she said that she booked 2 parties already as of yesterday using this message. Hi, Penny. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. I'm in a booking contest, so I wanted to reach out to let you know that January is our double free month for hosts. What that means is that instead of my average host earning $215 in a shopping spree, they can earn $430 in a shopping spree. That's a lot of pampered chef. Would you be interested in would you like to get your friends together for fajitas and margaritas, wine, cheese, and chocolate, healthy in a hurry, or a taste of Italy cooking class? I promise a fun night for you and your friends and a shopping spree you won't forget. What do you think? All right. So what I want to get across, I bet that some of you have some words that you've used before, and if you would like to share them, please do so, because we want to share as much. And you can also share it on Joe Pack too. But would anybody like to add or have any questions about what I just said? Do all of you feel comfortable saying that?
Yeah. Will you have it set up so where we can like go and copy it and paste
Yep.
it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And I just want to, I like how you ended that, Karen, about what do you think? Because it's always good to end with a question because it requires some sort of action. And even if you get someone who says, no, not right now, at least you're getting a response back from them. If you make it too long and there's no like call to action or question, people don't take it seriously or don't really care to respond to it.
Perfect, Michelle. Thanks for bringing that up. We want to ask a question that they can't answer yes or no to. All right, because when you ask a question that people can't say yes or no to, that helps perpetuate the conversation. Then if they do say no, just and say not right now, just say, hey, well, listen, let me, I want this to work for whenever it works for you. When would you like me to follow up with you? And put it in your calendar and then follow up with them because that's the professional thing to do. Excellent. Any other comments or questions about that?
Yeah, this is Bianca.
Hi, Bianca.
Hi, I think for me being new and only doing virtual parts, this will be a great challenge for myself to step out of the comfort zone to actually do a live show.
Okay.
So.
And you don't have to. I mean, again, you can do a virtual, fajitas and margaritas party. Talking about the items that it makes, that it takes to create the fajitas. Share the recipes that go along with it, margaritas, that kind of thing too.
Mm-hmm. But I think it'll be fun to go out of my comfort zone and actually try a live party.
You know what, Bianca? And I'll be celebrating my 27th anniversary with Pampered Chef this year. And I tell you, I love the virtual. I've fallen in love with the virtual. It took me a little while to make that adjustment because it was so different for me. So I understand how different it will be for you to go to live. But I cannot imagine, and I know that several of you guys can all do a thumbs up or yell hey or whatever, but can you imagine not doing live cooking shows? It is so
I was just going to ask, has anybody done a live cooking show?
Most of
I
us.
could like go back and watch?
2,600.
Yeah.
26. How many have you done, Dawn?
3,500, I think.
3,500.
Wow.
Jen, how many have you done, sweetie?
About 600.
600. So, yeah. Again, remember the cooking show circuit. Anybody watch cooking shows on TV? You like them?
All the time.
Yes.
Like them? Isn't it better if you could be there and taste the food?
Mm-hmm.
Smell the food.
And you know what? And I don't know if any of you can identify with this, but I remember when it took a while that I was doing Pampered Chef because I'm not a chef. I'm not a trained chef. And I'm like, what makes me an authority, But what I've learned over the years is that I'm going to tell you, the best cooks are the cooks that cook from home.
Yeah.
It's not, you don't have to be a chef. You don't have to be anything fancy.
Oh.
You know what? We're the experts with Pampered Chef. And so.
I should have rephrased it. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, no, that's okay.
Has anybody done like a live Facebook type of, like a virtual cooking stuff?
That's what yeah.
Yeah, who has? I have. Mm-hmm.
Is it like on your Facebook so I could like watch it?
I could probably send you a video of what I've done in my virtual parties. I've learned from some of the live things that they've done with our group events to shorten them a little bit and try to prep more ahead of time. So if you want, we could talk about that later.
Perfect.
Yeah, and another idea too I have about that is maybe you don't necessarily show like a whole recipe, maybe demo a tool, like show the manual food processor and how it chops up broccoli, or show browning ground beef in the rock crock and how you take it over to your slow cooker base. Real brief things that are about 3 to 5 minutes max.
I agree
Use
with
a quick cooker too.
Yep.
Awesome.
I've myself have done quite a few demo videos, like super fast and easy, like our apple slicer. It was literally like maybe a 1 to 2 minute video, and I sold like 5 apple slicers in a half an hour from doing that. So I mean, it's super easy.
It's awesome. And I know that I've done a recipe. I maybe have even taken 10 or 15 minutes, but then I go in as part of it, and then I back it up with all the information about every product I used. I'll do that as comments under. So you know what? We have such talent on our team, and there are so many great ideas and so many different ways to do it. And the key is to get out and do it. Try not to overthink it. Just go out and do your best, and you're going to learn as you go on, and you're going to learn your own way too. We all have our own ways, and that's okay. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. So we have just a few more minutes left. Any of you have questions or anything you'd like to share? We've got about.
I have a question, Karen.
Go ahead.
About the bookings and stuff, you said like catalog shows, virtual parties, stuff like that. Does vendor events count as that too, or no? I know it's kind of on the line.
What do y'all think? Should we count vendor events?
No.
No, why? And what do you say now? I'm just interested.
When vendor shows, sometimes you pick up a lot of contacts, but when you're doing a show, or whether it be live or virtual, that's where you're, like we've always said, that's where you pick up your paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're doing a vendor event, you're not really picking up a paycheck most of the time.
Yeah.
I do a lot of vendor shows myself in the fall,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't consider those. That's not where the money is. The follow-up is where the money is. That's where your parties come in.
Yeah. So let's get bookings. Yeah. Let's get bookings.
Okay. I just want to make sure because
I appreciate that. Great question, Ash. Great question. Anyone else have a question? Who's excited to get started?
Me.
I see.
Yes.
Woo!
Well, tell me why you're excited to get started.
I want to earn Disney.
Me too.
How many of you?
The quickest way to get to the end is to start at the beginning.
Tell me.
Oh, that's good.
Gotta hold yourself accountable.
That's right. Have you told your kids about Disney, Sharon? Janet? Have all of you told your kids about Disney? Have you told the person you're taking?
Yep.
Why is that important?
It holds you accountable.
It does hold you accountable. And I think I have a couple of people on here who went to Disney, and maybe their kids looked at them and said, "This is the best day ever."
Ugh, that gets me teary-eyed every time you say that.
Sandy Belmonte for sure. I remember Jake. No, Sue, it was you. Wasn't it Jake that said this was the best day ever? The first time you guys went to Disney? Anyway.
No, that Jake was a baby when we went the first time. That was actually the older kids were super excited to get free ice cream. when they did the event where we could go get the food, I mean, my kids stopped at like 10 of those ice cream places. And they thought that was probably the best thing in the world to be able to get that without mom saying no. Free.
It's heaven for
Yeah, no money exchange.
And mine were upset 4 years ago because it wasn't all you can eat ice cream. It was one ice cream voucher because you guys always told me that it was nonstop ice cream.
Well, and I have to say that I know over the years I've taken my sister and her daughter. We took Steve's youngest son and his baby the last time, and then we're taking Steve's oldest son and his wife and 2 kids with us next time. And so, and I've already told him, I've told him the dates, we're going, and in fact, I want to earn it by conference. So you can hold me accountable to that too, because I'm going to be a goal crusher this year, you guys. You can hold me accountable to that too. So any other questions, comments? Again, we're going to be sharing lots of, everybody understand the teams. Okay, for the teams, it is all explained on JoePack. Your team leader is going to be keeping track of how much you participate and how much you interact with them. People who don't participate will not get the prize. If you don't participate, you're not going to get the prize. And I have prizes. The winning team, each member is going to get a $5 Pampered Chef dollars. So, woohoo! Yeah, yeah. This is $50. This is $50. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited and so excited that you all really want to build your business. You really want to get going. And as a team, we are going to rock and roll this year. Our goal is to be promoted to the senior executive team level by July 1. So as part of our Disney Bound group, we are going to work on that. And anything you guys need, you just let us know. We are here to help you. We'll help guide you. We'll help to, if you don't have the answers, we will lead you there. So does it all make sense? We got less than a minute.
What else, Karen, do you have to re-promote to senior?
Well, mainly we need third generation directors and first generation directors, but directors in every part. We need team leadership. We need, we have to have some team leaders that want to promote up, and again, I just want you to know that you're gonna, no matter where you are with your business, again, you can achieve it. You can achieve whatever you want. And I hope that you listened to one of the last coffee talks about Becca, who did it all in a year. And I'm going to post that, and I'm going to be watching to see who watches these things, because there are a lot of things out there. It's easy to get overwhelmed, but we try to lead you to the things that really are, are game changers for us. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So from now on, if you're on Eastern time, you can start making phone calls for 20 more minutes. If you're Central time, you got an hour and 20 minutes, but you can go ahead and get started. And again, any two-way communication, bookings, and recruit leads. Well, recruit interviews. All right. You get a point for each one of them. All right. Everybody say hey. Everybody say hey. Hey. You can do it. Encourage each